you guys ready for this video? I picked up the Morphe 2 Hint Skin Tint and I got it in the shade Nutmeg. So on the website it says, keep it light and easy. This hydrating fluid tint melts into the skin while providing buildable sheer to medium coverage. The naturally radiant finish lets your skin shine through while also smoothing and blurring imperfections. You'll be looking fresh faced with just a few drops. So the benefits are that it's lightweight, breathable formula, hydrates, smooths and blurs. It's water based, non-comedogenic and vegan. So the packaging is glass and it has a dropper at the top. This kind of reminds me of the NYX one. I can't remember what it's called, but it's very similar, the packaging. There's 30 mils of product in here, which is average for foundation, and it retails for £16. Okay, so Nutmeg is in level 4. It's the last shade in level 4 and it's described as rich with neutral undertones. So I'm going to use a brush on this side and I'm going to use a sponge on this side so you guys can see the difference. I've already prepped my face with the Fenty primer in the True Matte, which is this, if it focuses. And I'm going to apply one whole drop to my hand, and I'm using a Real Techniques brush, and I'm going to start off by applying that to my face. Okay, so that's one drop on this side of my face using the brush. I'm going to use one drop on this side of my face using the sponge. So this side is sponge, this side is brush, and they look quite similar to me. I feel like the sponge side looks a little bit more natural and a bit more radiant, but it could be that it's still wet, but they look quite similar to me. Coverage looks kind of the same. It's done a pretty good job at covering up my blemishes so far, so I'm just going to go back over the whole face with the sponge, and I'm going to use whatever's left on my hand just to cover up any blemishes that wasn't concealed. Okay, so this is what the foundation is looking like now I've done my whole face, and it's luminous, it feels lightweight, it's covered up most of my blemishes. I mean, you can kind of see them poking through a little bit, but it's like really natural. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my foundation and come back on camera and show you guys what the makeup actually looks like finished. Okay, so this is my makeup completed, and this is what the foundation or skin tint is looking like. It's a bit more luminous than I would have liked, but it looks fine. My top lip is already kind of like getting oily or sweaty or whatever it's called. My T-zone is kind of okay at the moment. My cheeks, that's highlighter, so yeah, it looks good so far. To say that this is a skin tint and it has this level of coverage, I think it's really good. I know that the match, I think, is just a hair off. I think it's just a little bit too dark for me, so I do want to swatch it up against some foundations that I own. So this is the Morphe skin tint, and this is my Fenty Pro Filt'r foundation in the shade 410, and you can see this is a lot more golden than this. This is my Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous foundation in the shade 470C. Again, it still looks a lot more warm than this. And this is my e.l.f. foundation in the shade Nutmeg. And then finally, this is my Nars foundation in the shade Macao. So these are the swatches up against that foundation for you guys. Okay, so I'm about to go to work, so I'm gonna wear this foundation all day. I'm gonna try and do some video check-ins so you guys can see how the foundation wears throughout the day, but I will be wearing this for at least 12 hours today, so you'll get a good like review on it or wear test on it. So it is 12:37. I'm officially late for work, but I will check in with you guys later this evening or later tonight. Okay, so it's 12:11. So I've basically been wearing the foundation for 12 hours now. I was wearing a mask, and just to let you know, this foundation is not mask proof. So a lot of the foundation has actually moved or rubbed off like my lower half of my face. I don't know if you can see on camera. You can see a lot of blemishes poking through now. So the mask has kind of removed all of that. But I want to mention, before I wore the mask or put the mask on, the foundation kind of felt like it was slipping or sliding around. But like on my forehead and stuff, it's not really worn too much. It's only where the mask was. So I realized when I wear this foundation, it tends to get kind of oily kind of quickly before you even get to like wear it in. I have worn this foundation for a while now. I've tried it out for a few days, and I've had that problem every single time I've put the foundation on. That's it. It gets dark and kind of grey, and I feel like it's because it's a neutral foundation, and I find that a lot with neutral foundations, that towards the end of the day or as the foundation as the time goes by, that it tends to get a little bit grey. Can you see how dark my face looks compared to my chest? And yes, my face is darker than my body, but I feel like the shade match wasn't really on point for me. I don't have any creasing going on my forehead as well, which I get sometimes depending on the foundation that I'm using. So I feel like it wore pretty okay. It is a skin tint, so I wasn't expecting anything like miraculous for it. It did cover up my blemishes. It's just a shame that I was wearing the face mask and that it kind of removed it, but I did feel like the foundation was kind of slipping and sliding around, and I feel like it transferred a bit. Like I feel like my whole face is oily, not even just my T-zone. Like my whole face is just oily, and I know I've been wearing it for 12 hours. As soon as I left the house, my face was already really oily. I also wanted to add about the packaging that I forgot to mention in the video, and it's the dropper. Basically, it's just hella messy. When you pull it out and you push it down, all the foundation kind of just spills to the side, and the whole rim of the bottle just gets really dirty with foundation. So the packaging for me wasn't really practical. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe below, and leave a comment of any other foundations that you guys would like me to try. I feel like you guys really like these type of videos, complexion videos. So if there's like a foundation you really want me to try, please leave it in the comments, and I will try my hardest to get my hands on that foundation. I know some people have asked me to review some foundations, and if I don't review a foundation, it's usually because I can't find a shade that matches me well in that foundation. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in another one.